Hello guys, how are you doing? If your life is blocked, it seems that things are stagnant. Everywhere you put your hand in, it just falls or collapses. Listen to me, I'm going to explain something very important in this video and you will never see life the same. Okay, I'll tell you the solution. So there's something in Igbo language, I'm a native doctor, right? There's something in Igbo language called Agu, alright? There was a celebrity in Nigeria that recently came out and said that he's under Agu, alright? This Agu basically, simple English, right, is something that prevents you from success. Okay, every time you try to succeed, every time things is about to start getting going, Agu will strike, and then you will not be able to. Something will scatter that whole thing, right? Sometimes it may even possess you. Now you go carry yourself, go fight. You by yourself go and fight your boss, and they will fire you from that job. You know, there can be a woman that is, for instance, let's say she's been looking to marry since she's 20. Now she finally lands a husband at 35. This 15 years of searching for a man. 1 year after marrying the man, she will run out of the house by herself. She will scatter the marriage and run by herself. And the thing with people that have Agu is, if you look at their life, you will see that it's a series of repeated events, destroying everything they put their hand in. Even if the person travels abroad. Do you know that some people have been to jail 4 or 5 times? Prison that you can do your whole life without ever entering. Somebody has gone it different countries. The person will travel to China. Something will happen, they will arrest him, straight to jail. He will do like 6 years there. Once he comes out, he'll be like, to hell with this country. He travels to Malaysia, they will arrest him at the airport, straight to jail. He comes back to Nigeria, somebody will slap his mom before he will retaliate, straight to jail. 12 years. This guy can from age 20 to age 50. He's doing jail out, jail out, jail out, jail out. That's Agu. Some people will marry 2, 3, 4 times. So if you don't control the Agu, if you don't bring it under control, it will keep scattering things from you until it takes you to the grave. That is Agu. Any Igbo man can recognize Agu. Once it happens, the elders will tell you that Nagu, they hold this guy. This guy is under Agu. You understand? The wise ones, they will look and say, So this musician in Nigeria, we already know. Some of us already see. We know they said Agu, they carry this guy. Until recently, he came out by himself and said it. Yeah, true. I would have shared this video, but I didn't think it was okay because of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But if you know him, you know him. The whole of last year, he was in and out of jail. Do 20 days, come out, do 50 days, come out again. Finally, this year, he used his mouth to go and say something that can put him in jail for 25 years. He had to run away from the country till the case is resolved. You understand? He may not even have committed the crime, but coming out to confess to a crime is crazy. So, in Igbo culture, until that Agu is brought to justice, the person will continue like that until they do something terrible and end their own life. That is Agu for you. So I'm going to explain how it is done in Igbo culture. So in Igbo culture, when somebody is having Agu, right, what they'll do is the family will bring the person and take them to a native doctor, spiritualist, right? The spiritualist will do a lot of rituals. But in the process, they will mix a set of herbs in a calabash and give the person to drink. They may even give the person some to take home, and every morning you boil it, you take a sip for the next 1 month. So something like that. So, but then they will conjure the spirits that is causing the problem, in quotes, and then use a pin and pin it on the ground in the shrine there. Some people can take it home. They'll say, okay, take this home. They will pin it in your backyard. You understand? As long as that metal is in the ground, the person will come down. You'll notice that in the coming months, the person's brain will clear. If you now look at them, if you see them, you will not believe it's the same person. Somebody that's always fighting in the street, this, that, they are now perfectly calm. So every other thing that they do there, even the pinning on the ground, is placebo effect. You understand? But the real thing is that herb they give them to drink. So unfortunately, our modern spiritualists, people that parade themselves as native doctors these days, they are just spiritualists, all right? Some of them are even outright scammers. So they have removed the important part of this process, which is to the herbs. All right, the whole process can work without the herbs. The whole pinning of this thing, conjuring of spirits, is just placebo to make the person feel that they have undergone a ritual. You understand? The key thing is those herbs. So it's a set of herbs, and these herbs help to bring down the person's what do you call it now? Hyperactivity. You know. So that's the whole thing about Agu. Agu believes that you are the cause of the problem, not your situations around you. And by the time you are doing this Agu, it's obvious to you that the problem is following you. You understand? By the time you go to prison in China, go to prison in Malaysia, you understand that yes, this is my problem. Or you enter this job, they sack you. You get another job, they sack you. The thing with Agu, people under Agu is that it's easy for them to gain success. You might be looking for work. The Agu guy will come and get a nice job. You understand? They are paying him well, good office. 2 months later, he has lost the job. You understand? 2 months later, he's fired out and disgraced out of the job. Sometimes he may have even done something. There are many people in Nigeria that they want to buy in Nigeria. They have joined bad gang. People are looking for them. Their family will sacrifice everything, sell all the land, send them abroad. They land abroad. 2 months later, police has arrested them there and send them to jail for chatting with an underage girl. Many Nigerian men, I'm telling you, once he finishes doing that 12 years in that place, they will send him back. Guess what is going to happen to him when he comes back to Nigeria? Once they deport him, the people looking for him will come for him again. I'm telling you. So, if your life is blocked and you're struggling, reach out to me. Let me tell you those herbs for that Agu. You understand? You take it every day for 4 to 6 weeks. Every day you just fetch half cup, you drink. Now, because I told you the name of the herbs, you can always Google them. You can always reach out to your doctor before you take it. Use any confirmation means. I'm the only native doctor that is confirmed by Harvard. Go to Harvard University, ask of Dave Partner. It's shocking. You understand? So there are different kinds of Agu, 4 different kinds. People that are facing financial challenges, people that are facing relationship challenges like that. So it depends on which particular challenge area of your life that Agu is disturbing you. You understand? Some people is juvenile delinquency. They're always fighting. Agu is not cheap to do. So don't come to inbox to whine yourself. It's not you guys guide before you show up. You understand? Now the thing is, a lot of people that, especially people abroad that reach out and tell people at home to do Agu for them, those people only cover the spiritual part. You know, they don't tell you, they don't give you what's going to actually change your life. They only cover the spiritual part. They will go and cast some of these things similar to this, right? They will cast it and they will send you a video and say they have done Agu. Some even do bloody stuff that is unnecessary. All those things are unnecessary. The key thing is something is off in your body. Once you regain balance in your body, your eyes will clear. Under 6 weeks, I'm telling you, 1 month, and your eyes will clear. Like you start spotting things that you've never been observing. Some people will never succeed because they are under manipulation. You're under a spell, in quote. You understand? Imagine being with the wrong woman, going abroad. Some people will go abroad to get papers. They will just hang out with the wrong woman. From that moment, their whole life is totally destroyed. Just the presence of that woman in their life will pause their life. Somebody that showed up abroad at age 32, he will not be able to marry or even have a child till 50. I'm telling you. Just because he's with one old woman like that. So sometimes the guy will not realize it. So what's going to happen is when you take this, you wake up one day and be like, what the hell am I doing here? Like what is really happening? You understand? You will start seeing beyond what you normally see. Ideas will be flowing. If you're on a project and you're not able to come up with solutions to that project, everything has stagnated, you just wake up like this and be like, what? Why didn't we think of it this way, that way? You know, if you're under a manipulation, some people are under manipulations. You wake up and realize that this man is scamming me, or why didn't I verify XYZ? The stories he told me is not making sense. You start your verification process. Before you know it, you discover something that he has been doing that is stalling you. You understand? Another one is somebody that's always fighting, disagreeing with people. All of a sudden, the way you communicate changes. You are now calmer. You're able to hear people out. You're able to give them more chance to explain themselves. You're able to resolve issues without violence. That's Algo for you.